I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several
Greetings, Walker. Have you a moment to speak?
Riverhold offers a variety of fresh food from our many farms. You'll often find the herders of Anequina pass through the market. Of course, we'll never be as large or bustling.
No, Azazel. Never touch a Daedric monster, especially a dead one.
Don't be such a nervous netch. The dead can't hurt us.
It stinks of Cold Harbor. Perhaps one of the Usurper Queen's lackeys summoned it, yes?
Don't touch the dead thing, Theduna tells me. Like I don't know how to handle a Daedric corpse.
What a stench! That's the stink of Cold Harbor, Walker. How such a fearsome and dangerous creature ended up dead beneath our favorite rocky outcropping, this one does not wish to...
I watched you go from location to location, just like the man with the pot on his head. Are you one of the soldiers intent on digging up every plot of land? Or are you simply a deviant who enjoys skulking and slinking through... Oh, do not play innocent with me, stranger. You must be working with that pale, gaunt fool with the ridiculous mustache, Euraxia. The hated Imperial who conquered Rimmon and falsely claimed to be its queen. Do not feign ignorance, outsider. I had just about enough of that when I talked to the man with the pot on his head. You sound as confused as he was. Kept talking to his pet lizard bird like he expected it to answer. The last I saw, he headed east. I suppose you'll find him in that direction, and south of Rimmon.
Yeah. Uncanny. It looks just like the lovely place I dreamed of. Must be why my portals led me. Ah, hello there. Good to see you again, old chum. Have you come to pay your respects, too? It was the strangest thing. I dreamed I was looking at this very important. I have no idea. I suppose it must be. I saw it in a dream, after all. Or was it a vision? I get those two confused. Anyway, I felt a sort of pull and stepped through a door, and then pish-posh, on as a bantam gras, and here I am. Tharn, you say, the grumpy battle mage. How is the old boy? The surges were probably just me. My portal took a few tries before we honed in on this exact location. Now, why don't you take... Well, it took a few tries to find the exact spot I saw in my dream. A number of frightfully rude lads and lads. Foul smelling, I'll have you know, that was my lunch. Can't believe I lost it. And if by Bantam Gua you mean my faithful steed, Honor, well, he's always getting into my... Dispatch? Why would I do such a terrible thing? I adore those adorable pudge buckets. Alas, Grook was standing a little too close when I opened my portal. Poor thing fell in and took a nasty spill. When they... Were the words the same for you? Sometimes written language likes to confuse me. Words change and switch places. Very annoying. Anyway, the gravestone mentions the betrayer. Sounds like a dastardly chap. I don't have the slightest idea. The words inscribed upon it conjure up all kinds of questions, though. Who is this betrayer? Whom did he betray? Why did they bury dragons? I haven't battled a dragon since, you know, I can't remember, but I'm certain I fought one or two in my day. I was a gallant knight, after all. Of course I'll help. I'll just need to do a little more digging into this dream thing first. Did you hear that, my trusty shovel? Dragons and mysterious graves. It's just like old times.
Get down. I'll deal with this. Oh, now you show up. Left me to deal with a dragon all by myself. It's a good thing I'm Abner Tharn and not... I discouraged it. But not before it laid waste to most of the camp. We arrived to find the outpost being overrun by undead. Then the dragon attacked. I did what... The betrayer. There's a betrayer mentioned in the legends of Kunzari. It seems those stories continue. That doesn't surprise me. Cadwell and Strange go together like hot bread and butter. I need to recover my strength. Driving off that dragon took a lot out of me. Why don't you go... Kunzari, hero of the Merethic era. Most of the legends are unbelievable, though the Khajiit moon singers guard the secret history. Their tales led me to the halls of Colossus. That doesn't surprise me. Cadwell and...
Damn us for arriving too late. I did not expect to find our militia under assault by a horde of undead, and then the dragon. The militia was already depleted from the fight to liberate Riverhold, but we were determined to press on toward Rimen. Our resistance to Euraxia's rule requires more than just soldiers. There are intelligence reports, safe house locations. They are vital to our efforts to free Rimen from...
If you're so fascinated by the dead, why don't you join them? This one doesn't know you, but at least you aren't a walking corpse. Bright moons! This one thought these were lost forever. You saved many lives at great risk to your own, Walker. You have Nalado's respect. That was one of Euraxia, the Usurper Queen's pet necromancer. His undead devastated our troops, so this one took pleasure in ending his existence. Now, Euraxia's chief necromancer, Zumag Fum, has been with her for some time, but our intelligence suggests his followers have only recently rallied to her side.
I've spotted dragons circling in the distance from time to time, but it doesn't look like the winged monster that attacked the camp will return today. Was your hunt successful? Did you recover the documents that Chimera sought? I must join them there. The Khajiit forces have been decimated by this attack. It will take every strategy I can devise to help Garesh-Ri prevent the collapse of his militia. The appearance of so many undead, though, that concerns me. Yes, I read the reports. Zumog Fum and his necromancers working for my despicable half-sister. Such magic leaves behind a miasma of stench and decay. It leads to the mountains to the west, but I can't pinpoint an exact location. Good idea. Dragons are bad enough, but undead tend to go on without end. Better to deal with them now, before Euraxia's power becomes more than we can contain. In such a direct manner? Yes, as far as we know. It could have been coincidence, but the attack felt designed to hit us when it would do the most damage. I wanted to send Chimera with you to find the source, but I have no idea where she's gone. Find the source of this army of undead, and if you see Chimera, send her back to Riverhold. She's as reckless as she is capable, which is a dangerous combination. I'll make my way back as well. After all, in case you haven't noticed, we two don't always see eye to eye. She can be impetuous and obstinate, truth be told.
Sandra, you have some time?
Better not be another bother.
I did not expect to see you in this desolate place, Walker. Did Captain Nalado send you? Or have you come to join us as we hunt the dragon that killed so many of our warriors? Then our missions coincide. We can work together to destroy the undead and slay the dragon. It will be glorious. When we finish with the hunting and the slaying, we can report our success. I do not take orders from that old battle mage. Besides, the blood of Khajiiti warriors cries for vengeance. To disregard that cry, that is not a shame I can bear. The worthy life is full of risk, Walker. I assumed you knew that, given what you do. I will tell you a secret, though. Before my parents died, they gave me a pendant. As long as I wear it, Jode watches over me and provides his protection. To Jode, yes, but also to my family and heritage. I suppose you could call it an heirloom. It helps me in my role as agent for... With me! Stay close. We will hunt these necromancers down and end this dragon. The path splits here. We will go right. Walker, you stay left. Moons guide us.
cold touch of lingering death!
Foul creatures! Cut them down! For elsewhere! For the main! gates, Five Claw! Destroy the necromancer!
No more excuses. No more delays. Double your out. Reanimated body will march at the head of Erasmus forces.
These bones cannot be broken. Death conquers all fools. Impale your soul! A cage of bones for your soul!
Little insects, you dare challenge Mulamnir?
Dragonfire, move!
Pathetic creatures. Little morsel. Mulamnir would talk to you. Look upon Mulamnir in despair, morsel. You have no chance against me, no chance at all. But Mulamnir can be merciful. Come, let us talk. Mulamnir wants you to understand the challenge before you. Our puppet, Eurexia, commands a legion of soldiers, an army of necromancers. You and Abnathon are insignificant. But even an infinitesimal flea can irritate after it crawls beneath the scales. I offer you one last chance to survive. If you win the battle, then you will die. But not before we slaughter your friends and leave elsewhere, little morsel. Tell the battle mage, if I see you again, you will die.
Five Claw, are you all right? I heard what the dragon said. Perhaps my confidence was a bit misplaced. I never jump without first knowing where my feet will land. Also, I have very sharp claws. We lost so many today. The dragon, that Mulamnir, it has much to answer for. We defeated the necromancer and shut down one of their undead foundries. We need you and Tarn despite my dislike of the man. But what the dragon intimated about Euraxia, it called her its puppet. I fear the dragons control the Rimmen throne now. Yes, you must do that. I will join you after I take care of the remains of my soldiers. They died bravely and deserve to receive the proper sacraments.
There you are. Spare a moment for a chit-chat? If we've had this conversation already, then I wanted to thank you for the useful advice. But if I haven't seen you since our talk at that mysterious gravestone, which seems much more likely, then I could really use your help. Did I mention the dreams? Visions, really? They come and go without warning, like seeing through someone else's eyes. The betrayer's head, the dreams, the visions, they drew me there, but someone got to it before I did. I have the strangest sensation in the pit of my tummy. It could be the cobweb porridge I had for breakfast, or something bad is about to happen. Well, that's sort of like leaping from the cliffs of failure without a rope, or at least without tying the end off first. I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. Oh, Abner wants to see you. He's in the town hall with the cat general.
At this point, we need to come up with a plan that takes into account Euraxians, necromancers, and dragons. I proposed a few options. You paint a troubling picture, my friend. Still, we need to celebrate every victory we achieve. I fear such triumphs will be few. My half-sister likes to think that she's in charge. She won't take kindly to being called a puppet. As for leaving elsewhere, I think not. Obviously, this Mulamnir fears us. Otherwise, the dragon wouldn't have deigned to talk to you. Every conversation I have with Cadwell makes my head throb, but one mystery at a time, if you please. Now, if only I could get my half-sister to listen to reason and see that the dragons are using her. A parley? I may not like her, but we are family. Besides, it would give the Khajiit time to regroup. You're beginning to think like a Tharn, my friend. Here, take this. Gareshri gave it to me, but I refuse to accept payment for my services. A parley with Euraxia is a capital idea. I'll send word to Rimmen to expect us. I imagine my half-sister will treat us as befits my station and agree to the meeting. Attend to any other matters if you must, then see me when you're... It just so happens I already have one. It involves distracting my half-sister with wit, charm, and words she barely comprehends. Oh, and you. Euraxia never could resist a pretty face. You'll pretend to be my bodyguard and personal valet. Consider it obfuscation to hide your true purpose. We don't want to give Euraxia a reason to react poorly to overtures of reconciliation. Not that I expect to reach an accord, but still. Go on, go on. I'm capable of traveling to Rimmon on my own. We'll meet up at the city gates and go to the palace from there. I'm relatively certain Euraxia will honor the parley, but be prepared for anything. She's still a Tharn.
This one hates the idea of talking to the Usurper Queen. We should be stabbing her in the neck. Still, Nalado sees the necessity, even if she doesn't like it. By marching into elsewhere with a mercenary army and slaughtering our rightful Khajiit rulers. Not only did the usurper slay our king and queen, she murdered the rest of the royal family. Her crimes, they swarm around her like flesh flies on dung.
A parley with the usurper queen. I doubt she'll agree to any sort of diplomatic solution. But she marched into Anequina with a mercenary army and conquered Rimmon. Her forces killed the royal family, and she illegally proclaimed herself queen. That...
I expected sorrow and despair, but the situation here goes beyond even my prophetic inklings. On the surface, yes, but peace through tyranny provides false harmony. Euraxia uses fear and threats of violence to keep the Khajiit in line, making them second-class citizens in their own province. It appalls me to think Euraxia and I are related. It would be better if I showed you. Follow me, and I'll demonstrate the true depths of my half-sister's villainy. Her grip on Rimmon is far tighter than it appears. Very well. But what I'm about to show you isn't for the faint of heart. Follow me. Have you ever visited a Rimmon workhouse? They treat the Khajiit workers worse than slaves. It's that building over there. For most of Rimmond's Khajiit, it's the only job available to them. The workhouse serves to snare the poor and the destitute, those who fall behind on their debts. They come here to find employment and earn a decent wage, but the costs deducted to pay for room and board leave them worse off than they were before. One of the first things Euraxia did after declaring herself queen was to institute tariffs and fines that apply only to Khajiiti citizens. No one else needs the workhouse. A cruel tactic, but effective. The Rimmen Khajiit? No. Any complaints incur fines for causing a public disturbance or some other inane ordinance. No one wants to risk falling even further into debt. It's ingenious. Monstrous, but ingenious. Oh, Euraxia is clever. She pays the Khajiiti, and the workhouse isn't technically a prison. On the surface, it appears to be a place that helps society's unfortunates, but underneath, it's slavery without any of the uncomfortable trappings. Now, let's visit the Rimmen marketplace. Take a look around. Business seems to be thriving, but appearances can be deceiving. It may be hard to see, but the Khajiiti merchants struggle to keep their stalls open, while the less bestial business people rake in the profits. Euraxia would have you believe it's a matter of work ethic, but we know better. Unfairly doesn't begin to cover it. Khajiiti merchants must deal with high tariffs, extra inspection fees, costly licenses. Euraxia's squeezing them for every piece of gold imaginable. She even instituted a fur tax. On the surface, it seems reasonable to make Khajiiti pay for extra inspections to ensure their fur isn't getting into the products they sell. And while they do shed, it's just another way to discriminate against the rightful citizens of this land. Come along. I want to show you the improvements Euraxia made to the palace walls. See the trebuchets? Notice how they're aimed into the city below. See how the siege weapons sit upon the walls? When it comes right down to it, you're looking at the secret of my half-sister's success. How else do you think Euraxia maintains order and keeps the Elsewhere Defense Force at bay? She declared publicly, and has repeated often, that any attempt to liberate Rimmen will see her unleash the full fury of the siege weapons upon the city. If Euraxia can't have Rimmen, then neither can anyone else. She'd destroy the city in a heartbeat if she thought she was in danger of losing control. Of course, she tells her non-bestial subjects that only the Khajiiti districts are targeted. Absolutely not. But the lie makes her supporters feel better. The Khajiit know that even a peaceful protest could result in the destruction of Rimmon. So far, no one has dared to challenge Euraxia's will in this matter, and for good reason. When we get to the palace, let me do the talking. As the Elder Tharn, I'll demonstrate my dominance over Euraxia and negotiate a cessation of hostilities.
Here come Queen Euraxia's guests now.
I don't like the looks of these meddlers. I say we feed them to the dragons and be done with it.
So you're Abner Tharn's bodyguard and valet. Not what I expected. I assume you want to follow your master into the Queen's inner sanctum, huh? I'll allow it. But first, I am Queen Euraxia's chief necromancer. You may call me Zumog Foom. The other Gravecallers answer to me. And this is my familiar and confidant, Sir Cadwell the Betrayer. Ah, yes. The Betrayer saw you when it looked through the Soul-Shriven's eyes. The creature you know is a pale shadow of the dark night that once walked these lands. I exhumed his remains and reanimated him. My actions don't concern you. I just wanted to meet Abner Tharn's lackey and determine if Queen Euraxia had anything to fear. The answer is quite clear. Your insignificance rivals that of the Soul-Shriven Fool, which makes you eminently forgettable.
Now about the rest of my body, O pestilent one.
Your insults won't hasten the process, Betrayer.
But there's a terrible draft in what used to be my nether
Presenting
regions.
Abner Tharn, Grand Chancellor and Overlord of Nibene, Imperial Battle Mage of the Elder Council, and Patriarch of the Tharn Dynasty, and his bodyguard.
Ah, half-brother. Your arrival, it's so unexceptional.
Pretending to be a queen
Hush,
isn't...
Abner, you bore me. Bodyguard, you look interesting. Come talk to me.
You heard her. Good luck.
My sources indicated that my half-brother's associate was somewhat taller. Oh well. Now, why in the world should I even consider negotiating with members of the losing side? A warning? How thoughtful. You do know that I defeated the Khajiit army and took control of the Rimmon throne? I am no one's puppet, I assure you. But why do you suppose I have anything to do with dragons? Oh, how precious. I hoped my pompous half-brother would provide an amusement, but this is even better. I have a chamber set aside in the dungeons just for you. We'll play the most interesting games, you and I, until your body gives out. Do not presume to lecture me. I make the rules here, not you or Abner. I have a special relationship with Mulamnir. And enough! Zumog Foom, what news do you bring?
The Desert Wind Adaptorium has fallen. We move against Riverhold on your word.
Then the word is given. Now, half-brother.
Treachery? How could I ever have anticipated this?
Guards, take them to the dungeons.
I think not. Well, I suppose that could have gone better. I prepared for Euraxia's probable betrayal. Unfortunately, my teleport spell wasn't quite able to penetrate the palace wards, so we wound up down here, in the palace sewer. We heard two things of note. First, Euraxian forces have invaded the Desert Wind Adeptorium for some insidious purpose. And second, my vile half-sister ordered an attack on Riverhold. One thing at a time, my companion, one thing at a time. I need to recover my strength after teleporting us into this skeever hole. I'll need your help to get out of here. Then we can deal with...
Restrain the traitors!
The way out, finally. I can't abide another moment in this stench. Well, that's an experience I went... Now. Things actually turned out better than I expected. We know that Euraxia wants something from the Desert Wind Adeptorium, and we know she's about to launch a counterstrike against Riverhold. That's not exactly true. If my power wasn't depleted... Well, let's not digress. I'll go to Riverhold and warn Garishri. We'll make sure the city is ready for the attack. Meanwhile, you find out what's happening at the Desert Wind Adeptorium. Adeptoriums serve the same function as monasteries in other parts of Tamriel. Desert Wind and its adepts follow the order of Jean Kaj. It's west of here, on the northern lip of the scar. Look for a side entrance if the main door is blocked.
Seal the gates. Let no Uraxian enter this holy place.
Invaders! This one will not allow you to enter this holy place. You do not look like one of the usurper. The Speaker of the Main sent you? This one? Desert Wind holds many Khajiit. 9 Winds, no! Get to the door! Go! Save the Grand Adept! Go! This one will find another way inside.
You're too late. The Grand Adept revealed all before I... None can deny Euraxia or her champions. You are no match for my power. You will fall like wheat. This can't be happening. Help me! Don't let Zumog Foom! This is the Necromancer's doing. Even in death, he called it a blessing. Said it would protect me. Damn him! He claimed my soul! We came for an ancient secret, protected by the Grand Adept. She put up a good fight, I'll give her that.
You are wrong. The secret belongs to me. What the Battle Mage knew in life, she whispers to me in death. Soon Riverhold will fall, and the Betrayer will be restored.
Let the fourth wind open the way. Grand Adept! No! Zamorak has failed. This one was too slow. Again. What has happened here? Who killed the Grand Adept? Zamorak thanks you for avenging the Grand Adept. But why did they attack this peaceful Adeptorium? Why? The Usurper Queen made a mistake when she had the Grand Adept killed. Whatever they came to find had an unintended consequence. It has roused the students of the Desert Winds. Zamorak pledges the Adepts to Gareshri's cause. Euraxia will fall. We are not many, but we are strong.
I informed Garesh Ree and Chimera about what happened in Rimmon. They're mobilizing our remaining forces even as we speak. Now, tell me, what... I often wondered who Cadwell was before he became a soul shriven. I know the tales of the betrayer, but I never equated the two. The Cadwell we know is so... not that. We'll deal with Zumog Foom after we save Riverhold. Anything else to report? Well, that's a bit of welcome news. Many of the adepts have remarkable martial skills that we could surely make use of. Speaking of which, for now, recover your strength and prepare yourself. Euraxia's forces will arrive soon, and we'll need you ready for the battle to come. And here, multiple Cadwells, necromancers, dragons, and now Euraxian soldiers marching on Riverhold. This day just keeps getting better and better. Regardless, there's much to do. Yes, but Garesh Ree's scouts report that they're on their way. Our parley seems to have aroused Euraxia's anger. What remains of Elsewhere's militia has taken up positions around town, but Garesh Ree has placed the defense of the city in Chimera's hands. She moves the Desert Wind adepts, every volunteer she could muster, and what remains of the militia like pieces on a game board. Find Chimera outside and see what she requires.
I sent Chimera out. Chimera knows Riverhold. When Euraxia first conquered our home, she occupied the entire upper tier of northern Elsewhere. It won't be easy, but our strategy is sound and Chimera excels at executing tactics.
We need your cart to help barricade the city, Grishka. The Main will compensate you for any damage. I knew nothing good would come of Abner Tarn's efforts to make peace with the usurper queen. Now she turns her attention to Riverhold. We must protect the city, no matter what Euraxia throws at us. So many have answered the call. Zamorak and the Desert Wind adepts, the people of Riverhold. Even that strange Cadwell. And now you, Fiveclaw. Excellent! I have things that need to be done, but not enough hands to do them. The outlying farms are vulnerable to attack. We need to get the farmers inside the walls before Euraxia's forces arrive. Go to Greenleaf Farm and convince Zazie to move her family. After that...
Wait, Walker. Zamorak will accompany.
Yes, Captain. The scouts report the Euraxians are marching in this direction.
As we expected. Now move. We still have
This one would go with you to the Greenleaf farm. The farmers there were kind when exile. Circumstances forced Zamorak to leave the land he loves. This one never imagined returning to elsewhere. Zamorak understands, but that may be easier said than done. The last time this one used his martial skills, well... The fastest way to reach the farm is through the gate in the western wall.
Oh, this spring attaches to the widget with a hook. Then
Here. We expected an attack from the east and south.
Set it
but they
ablaze!
somehow encircled the town.
Get out! Who are you to burst into our home without permission? Wait, this one recognizes the brawny adept standing behind you. What do you want? The Euraxians are already here! They seem to be searching for something, though so far they have left us alone. But this one's mate and brother, Kinaro, they are still in the fields, and we will not run while our family remains separated. You would do that? Thank you, Walker. Kinaro would try to hide, but my brother, Hirsch, can be hot-headed, and he hates the Euraxians. This one's son plans to join the militia. Zazi would rather keep him safe. A few small caves lie to the west, in the hills. We use them for storage as they stay cool and dark, even...
I should be the one to search for father and uncle.
Stay back! Go away!
Zazi! I heard one.
This one will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars.
Thank you, Adept. I'll go and break the sad news to Zazi. We all grieve for Hirsch, Miniza.
This one's brother would want us to stay here and defend our farm. But, damn you, Walker!
Ah, Five Claw. Good. I have another task for you. I hoped to catch you. These western camps support the soldiers that encircle the city. Find the camps, startle their horses, and set fire to their wagons. Nalado's soldiers will grab whatever supplies they can, but your goal is to inflict mayhem and destruction. Once you scare off the horses and set fire to the wagons, that will be the signal for Nalado's soldiers to grab the supplies. And if any of the Uraks... Do some damage, Five Claw. You were right, Five Claw. They are searching.
Sleek and light. Grab what you can. Quickly, take as much as you can carry. Well done, Five Claw. There. If those dungheads had proper tails, what we did to their supply camps would put a kink in them. One more small task, Five Claw, if you are willing. Cadwell was adamant about helping our cause. He's been tinkering with bits and scraps, claims he's made traps to slow down the Uraks. Cadwell...
I can play. Wouldn't that? To arm a trap, just twiddle this bit like so, and... Oh dear. I'm fine. I twiddled when I should have tweaked, just a wee bit scorched, that's all. Oh my, it's happening again. Well, that's an evil-looking orc, a necromancer, I do believe. I recognize that tree. They're on their way to Riverhold. That's not good at all. I have enough trouble seeing through my own eyes, let alone someone... The Betrayer's head. I'm not sure why we're connected or why it insists on showing me the most disturbing images. I saw an orc necromancer, dreadful chap. He's got rubbish and poppycock. That makes no sense. What's the... Wait. I remember something. The Betrayer. Those loon priests called me that. Right before they... Well, we need to warn the cat people. The necromancer is coming, and he's bringing undead.
For Queen Euraxia!
Riverhold with cats so bold. I'll see you there if truth be told.
Over here, Five. We must get inside and prepare. More undead. Almost.
Euraxians with perfectly aligned teeth.
Speaker, we have news.
Report, Camira.
The Euraxians have necromancers in their ranks.
The usurper queen dares send undead against us? Five Claw, find Captain Naledo and warn her.
Strike hard! Drive back the Euraxians! Five Claw, did the speaker send orders?
Riverhold belongs to Queen Euraxia, cats!
Grave-robbing cur!
Every death is just a new recruit for Euraxia's army!
This one hates killing the same fools again and again! This one must warn me.
The Necromancer's spell will animate every fortress in town. But this one has an idea. Meet Zamarak at the temple, and maybe we can disrupt the spell. Riverhole's blessed moon pillars. They can cleanse the necromantic curse. This one must be at peace to memorize the inscription. They spilled blood in this sacred place. Are one. Come, let us find the blessed pillar of the spring moon. As long as the necromantic spell remains in place, the dead will keep rising. Deal with the undead while Zamorak recites the prayer. Vakri. Spring moon has sanctified the ground. Let us proceed to the summer moon. Deal with the undead while this one activates the pillar of the summer moon. Vakri Jashim. Pillar of the Winter Moon, near Kahajab Hall. Vaba Kri Frisin. The moon pillars are activated. Riverhold is sanctified.
It's working. The dead are dead again.
Wait. Something is coming.
Dark moons! Dragons!
We can't fight dragons!
This one will order the retreat.
Such pathetic Flee before Kalgrantid, you insignificant morsels!
No. Riverhold belongs to the Kash.
Chimera! Consider your next words very carefully.
Now I'll speak the words my people need to hear. We are Khajiit. We are the children of Alkosh, the daughters and sons of Joan and Jode. We do not run, even from dragons.
Bolokdan! Prove your worth. Destroy these paltry insects.
Stand with me, people of Anequina, for I am Kamira, daughter of King Hemakar. I am your queen. Now, Five Claw! Use the ballista and drive the dragon to the ground! Well done! Now finish this!
Balokdan will crush you.
have shown that the Khajiit will not run, not even from a dragon!
All hail Kamira, daughter of King Hemekar.
Can you believe it, Five Claw?
Soon, Rimmon and all of Anequina will once again belong to us. The reign of the usurper queen nears its end. On this, I give you my word as the heir of Anequina, the daughter of King Hemekar, and the true queen of Rimmon.
We have plans to make. War Council, with me.
The Speaker is correct. There's still work to do. Let's convene in Kahajab Hall.
Thank you for helping defend Riverhold from the Usurper Queen's forces. And killing a dragon! That was... Kamira is indeed the daughter of King Hemekar and Queen Numara. She alone survived the murder of the royal family and has served as my aide ever since. The men and I hope to reveal her identity after we had the Euraxia situation more well in hand. A mistake? No. I trust her instincts. She will make a good queen for our people. But Kamira lets her emotions get the better of her, and she can be reckless. I worry that those tendencies could end her rule before it truly begins. Euraxia killed most of the palace staff and quickly spread word that the royal family was dead. Kamira hid in plain sight, often working far from Rimmon, and her pendant protects her from magical detection. Now, talk.
You killed a dragon. Impressive, but don't let it go to your head. It was just one, and not even that large. I had every faith in your ability to handle the situation. There was no need to intervene and tarnish your moment of glory. Besides, my considerable strategic skills serve the Khajiiti cause better than my battle magic. I leave the mayhem to you. Honestly, I had no idea. Kamira's rousing words were all well and good, but it will take more than inspiring speeches and old siege weapons to take down my half-sister. Based on recent events, only one course of action makes sense. We must strike at Rimmon and get my half-sister from the throne before she rallies her forces. First, however, take this. Compensation for stopping the undead. My half-sister continues to be an embarrassment to our family name. Half-sister, and yes, if it comes to that. Euraxia conquered Rimmon without authorization. She oppressed the Khajiit, unleashed hordes of undead, and made a deal with the dragons. If we don't depose her, I hate to imagine what... Who said anything about a direct assault? Subterfuge is called for. I suggest a small group slip into the...
Now that I have revealed my true heritage, we need to act quickly, Lord Speaker.
I agree with the princess. The time has come to remove my half-sister from the throne.
Queen Tarn. I have not been a princess in a very long time.
Like most of...
Corrected. Queen Kamira. You said you had a way to get us into the palace, Lord Speaker?
I do. Five Claw, let us speak. Castellan and Neshi will provide the information we...
He's on the move again, on wagon wheels we go. Hey, hey, Bandari boy, where the wild winds blow. Hey, hey, Bandari girl, our caravan in tow. Valvi Javaruk, Bandari, carrying our world in packs. Valvi Javaruk, Bandari, our kingdom on our backs. Walker, we can teach, the steps will be your guiding star. Hey, hey, Bandari boy, keep close and we'll go far. Hey, hey, Bandari girl, our vagabond bazaar.
Hi. Can I see how you play in Instance Zone?
maces, swords, axes. Whatever happened to bludgeoning someone to death with a wheel of cheese?
Yeah.
The best equipment... Greetings, warrior.
see I'm busy.
I could use a break.
Sure's bones. Rigert knew he should have brought more mead.
This one weaves a song. She'll sing it to you all day long. sleeping within the dreaming deep, chasing the butterflies he sends, hoping that summer never ends. Sleeping within the dreaming deep, hoping that summer never ends. Sleeping within the dreaming deep. Vistas unfold before me now, sharing their secrets joyfully. They're bright in hue, yet darkly dire. They warm me with softly glowing fire. They're bright in hue, yet darkly dire. They warm me with softly glowing fire. Moving within the worlds between, following all the gemstone birds, yearning to hear his whispered words. Moving within the worlds between, yearning to hear his whispered words. Moving within the worlds between. When the 16 kingdoms were only 16 tribes, a hero ambled forth, all tall and tough and wise. How sleek he is, how fragrant, a 5-claw, no, a 10. He wrestles giants just for fun, and charges into Senchi's den. Who is he? Kunzari, Kunzari. Sing it loud, sing it clear. Fighter, lover, poet, thief. He's one Khajiit to cheer. Who is he? Kunzari, Kunzari. Sing it proud, sing it strong. Brave and sly, rarely shy. He never never steers you wrong. No dungeon cage can hold him, no lock can bar his way. Some stories claim that he's a god, or so they say. He dragged the light from Joan and Jode down to the growing fields, and now we have moon sugar and all the goody deeds. Who is he? Kunzari, Kunzari. Sing it loud, sing it clear. Fighter, lover, poet, thief. He's one Khajiit to cheer. Who is he? Kunzari, Kunzari. Sing it proud, sing it strong. Brave and sly, really shy. He never steers you wrong. Dancing through savannah grass, on light feet we glide. Hey, hey, Bandari boy, tap your heels in stride. Hey, hey, Bandari girl, swing your tail beside. Valvija Varuk, Bandari, carrying our world in packs. Valvija Varuk, Bandari, our kingdom on our backs. Home is on the move again, on wagon wheels we go. Hey, hey, Bandari boy, where the wild winds blow. Hey, hey, Bandari girl, our caravan in tow. Valvija Varuk, Bandari, carrying our world in packs. Valvija Varuk, Bandari, our kingdom on our backs. Walker, we can teach, the steps will be your guiding star. Hey, hey, Bandari boy, keep close and we'll go far. Hey, hey, Bandari girl, our vagabond bazaar. made of meat and bile. The lizards eat their bugs and twigs and everything so vile. But those of us who walk the sands know life's greatest pleasure is strictly sweet, a tasty treat. It's moon sugar that we treasure. Fields drenched in moonlight, dewed with summer rain, brilliant green and growing tall, sweet moon sugar cane, sweet moon sugar cane. Gifted by the moons as they wax and wane, fill our bowls and fill our souls, sweet moon sugar cane, sweet moon sugar cane. Sprinkle it on fine steak, glistening so sweetly. We smear it on our salmon and gobble it up completely. We bake it into our sweet treats. Don't you want a taste? So eat it quick and wash it down, 'cause nothing shall go to waste. Fields drenched in moonlight, dewed with summer rain, brilliant green and growing tall, sweet moon sugar cane, sweet moon sugar cane. Gifted by the moons as they wax and wane, fill our bowls and fill our souls, sweet moon sugar cane, sweet moon sugar cane, sweet moon sugar cane.